I have learned that success is to be measured not so much by the position that one has reached in life as by the obstacles which he has overcome while trying to succeed. I will permit no man to narrow and degrade my soul by making me hate him. Those who are happiest are those who do the most for others. You can't hold a man down without staying down with him. Associate yourself with people of good quality, for it is better to be alone than to be in bad company. Character, not circumstance, makes the person. Excellence is to do a common thing in an uncommon way. We all should rise above the clouds of ignorance, narrowness, and selfishness. A lie doesn't become truth, wrong doesn't become right, and evil doesn't become good, just because it's accepted by a majority. No race can prosper till it learns that there is as much dignity in tilling a field as in writing a poem. Egotism is the anesthetic that dulls the pain of stupidity. The happiest people are those who do the most for others. The most miserable are those who do the least. If you want to lift yourself up, lift up someone else. There are two ways of exerting one's strength, one is pushing down, the other is pulling up. The thing to do when one feels sure that he has said or done the right thing and is condemned, is to stand still and keep quiet. If he is right, time will show. The world cares little about what a man knows, it cares more about what a man is able to do. Success always leaves footprints. Success is not measured by the position one has reached in life, rather by the obstacles one overcomes while trying to succeed. You measure the size of the accomplishment by the obstacles you have to overcome to reach your goals. I would permit no man, no matter what his color might be, to narrow and degrade my soul by making me hate him. It is important and right that all privileges of the law be ours, but it is vastly more important that we be prepared for the exercise of those privileges. Character is power. It means a great deal, I think, to start off on a foundation which one has made for oneself. Nothing ever comes to me that is worth having, except as the result of hard work. I shall never permit myself to stoop so low as to hate any man. I pity from the bottom of my heart any individual who is so unfortunate as to get into the habit of holding race prejudice. I began learning long ago that those who are happiest are those who do the most for others. I had the feeling that to get into a schoolhouse and study in this way would be about the same as getting into paradise. Success is not to be measured by the position someone has reached in life, but the obstacles he has overcome while trying to succeed. Education is not a thing apart from life, not a system, nor a philosophy, it is direct teaching how to live and how to work. The great human law that in the end recognizes and rewards merit is everlasting and universal. In all things social we can be as separate as the fingers, yet one is the hand in all things essential to mutual progress. Those who have accomplished the greatest results are those who never grow excited or lose self-control, but are always calm, self-possessed, patient, and polite. I learned the lesson that great men cultivate love, and that only little men cherish a spirit of hatred. Before the end of the year, I think I began learning that those who are happiest are those who do the most for others. That my mother had strength of character enough not to be led into the temptation of seeming to be that which she was not, of. Instead of studying books so constantly, how I wish that our schools and colleges might learn to study men and things. In a word, the Negro youth starts out with a presumption against him. A race, like an individual, lifts itself up by lifting others up. One man cannot hold another man down in the ditch without remaining down in the ditch with him. It takes no more time to be polite to everyone than it does to be rude. From his example in this respect I learned the lesson that great men cultivate love, and that only little men cherish a spirit of hatred. I learned the lesson that great men cultivate love, and that only little men cherish a spirit of hatred. In order to be successful in any kind of undertaking, I think the main thing is for one to grow to the point where he completely forgets himself, that is, to lose himself in a great cause. The thing that impressed itself most on me in Holland was the thoroughness of the agriculture and the excellence of the Holstein cattle. The study of art that does not result in making the strong less willing to suppress the weak means little. Success is to be measured not so much by the position one has reached as by the obstacles which he has overcome. It is discouraging to find a woman who knows much about theoretical chemistry, and who cannot properly wash and iron a shirt. Persons who possess sense enough to earn money have sense enough to know how to give it away. Nothing ever comes to one that is worth having, except as a result of hard work. The one thing that is most worth living for, and dying for, if need be, is the opportunity of making someone else more happy and more useful. Education is not what a person is able to hold in his head, so much as it is what a person is able to find. Few things can help an individual more than to place responsibility on him, and to let him know that you trust him. During the whole of the Reconstruction period our people throughout the South looked to the federal government for everything, very much as a child looks to its mother. One of the highest and surest signs of civilization is that a people have learned to obey the commands of those who are placed over them. In all things that are purely social we can be as separate as the fingers, yet one is the hand in all things essential to mutual progress. It is important and right that all privileges of the law be ours, but it is vastly more important that we be prepared for the exercises of these privileges. Rich people are coming to regard men and women who apply to them for help for worthy objects, not as beggars, but as agents for doing their work. Healthy. I believe that when one can grow to the point where he loves his work, this gives him a kind of strength that is most valuable. Cast down your bucket where you are. The most miserable are those who do that. Then very few persons have any idea of the large number of applications for help that rich people are constantly being flooded with. Before the end of the year, I think I began learning that those who are happiest are those who do the most for others. In the earlier days of freedom almost every colored man who learned to read would receive a call to preach within a few days after he began reading. The only title to place or privilege that any man enjoys in the community is ultimately based on the service that he performs. It is not possible for one man to hold another man down in the ditch without staying down there with him. I have learned that success is to be measured not so much by the position one has reached in life as by the obstacles he has overcome while trying to succeed.